But did you know that Africa is the place where the body of the first man was found? My daddy says that makes it the place where all people originated from.
I'm from Africa. You from Africa. You African booty scratcher.
I'm always reaching. We make niggas disappear like that triangle out Bermuda. They can't find his body, but they know that I'm the shooter. I say cut my sentence in half, and I spread a little rumor. Them, well, you can look in Oklahoma if you want to find them Sooners.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
What's up, y'all? It's Terry Selburn here.
Yeah. Condemned or exalted. My brother's keeper. What? As night become day, I ask God, will I become righteous one day? Why sports tended to see what tights it gon' say? My mic is on blaze. My life is portrayed by roads like old dog played. I put a rose on grades, sit more on stage, spit flow, those confined to the track like praise. I came sort and conquer like a Donio Montana. My life is on the low like 6'4" Impalas. I got love for niggas, thugs and dealers, and women who was bidding cause they love they nigga. Niggas doing like the dope no longer with us. The single mother struggling but raising their kids, and we live this life. Reminded that our skin ain't white. Every time we try to do things right. But yo, all my niggas on the corner going hard. Sky's the limit, nigga. Reach for the stars. That's all the life is fucked up.
I'm through. Man, you must be the nigga that's stealing everything. I'm through. You dig it?
But you know what I'm saying? You already know. I pull up in the fat shit, nigga on the fat rims. Hop out with Cormega, never wait in the line. Just dip right in. He had a bitch, he had a twin. I slid up on the boom, open the face. Yeah, this the place, the oak tree. Everybody know me, all these chicks give head, and they all wanna show me. Right now we in the O, the no Toby is B-A-Y area. It ain't nothing scarier, the killer feels. Walnut, the 9-0s, the hundreds, the fields, the west, the twumps, everybody is ill. The rich, the south, central, the north. You gotta see HP where it's always war. And the P where we turn educated girls to whores. When I go broke, I run up in one of them stores. Lay everybody down and run through them droves. We break holes, kill all enemies and foes. We don't act hard, we really got killers chained up in the backyard. So better G, motherfucker better 3. We the hot shit. Whole concert shrugged out like a mosh pit. Mosh pit, mosh pit, mosh pit, mosh pit. That's on the fire. That's on the fire.
Life is fucked up.
I'm through. Man, you must be the nigga that's stealing everything. I'm through. You dig it?
A half a thing stashed in the trunk of a bucket in the parking lot of my jacks. I don't sweat it, nigga, fucking shit. I'm known for the 2 guns. I throw them in public. Killers and quit loving on the street. Shit, still the street punks out of wild. Throw they speakers bumping the mile. Swinging they lows till they shit get told. Niggas I gave bullet holes, playing for they hoes. Since even bumping, they put us on the 5-0. Now they play us at the station, trying to build a case. And I've been running so long, really cops don't know my face. And I'm a young nigga, gun bigger than your oldest steady. Play the game, rep your hood, come on, let's roll, we get ready. Spend a half a clip at your first team. Send 2 at a time, out the rest of the clip at your second string. You know the way we live, but all we gonna burn in hell for all the things we did. What I have to do with bed just to change how I live. It's too hot to hustle in the bank, then I get. Even Jesus broke bread, so the bank got split. But to whom do the thanks I give? That's on the fire.
Life is fucked up.
I'm through. Man, you must be the nigga that's stealing everything.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Back for another classic in the book of the Strictly Ghetto Engine. And this chapter right here is Papua New Guineas in America before 1492. Make sure that you're pulled up and rolled up. I'm so glad that you showed up to comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and do it again. Now, man, it's crazy how the motherfucking internet just be bringing me shit, man. It should be crazy. But, you know, this is back to the West Coast of Americas. This is back to the West Coast of Americas. And it's like I just got done doing the build on Crusoe, where I was pointing out that they did the movie, and the dude was supposed to be shipwrecked. And we got another shipwreck story. The dude was supposed to be shipwrecked on an island right in between Venezuela and Trinidad. And within the movie, they had the natives as black people. But then when we get to the story where they got the movie from, instead of being on the East Coast of America, they was in the West Coast of America. So I went back and showed, there was this one dude, he got stranded on the island they was trying to imitate. So I went back and showed the books of the Captain Dan Pure, that how I wrote about, you know, being on that side of the world. How it was a lot of black complexions, brown, a lot of tiny, very tiny running through. So I was kind of pointing that out within the last little build. And also pointing out, because the big one is when Menendez left Mexico. Mendoza, Menendez, one of them, left Mexico and went to Peru and said he seen 500 leagues of niggas on the West Coast. Now, man, I was peeping out this little, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. The documentary just came to me. So I'm like, damn, let me peep this out, see what's going on. And I seen a lot of similarities. I say a lot of similarities, but I seen some similarities from the movie that was on the documentary in Papua New Guinea. So I say, damn, hold on. Did these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Because I had seen something cool a minute ago where they was kind of saying, like, how they was really, you know, kind of pushing that line as far as being in the sea and kind of, being in the sea and shit like that, and kind of being on the boats and shit like that. When I was looking up the Negritos over there in that one island over there by India. And they was talking about how they been there for woo, 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 and how they was, I guess, said they was traveling to Australia, kind of, I guess traveling through all those little areas or whatever. So I'm like, damn, them niggas, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking back then, like, shit, them niggas probably did come over in this motherfucker a long time ago. But now I seen something and it rose an alarm. I want to bring it to the folks so we can weigh it up. But before we weigh it up, I want to look at a couple of little things, because we still on the West Coast. And shout out to California. Long live the Jacker. The Jacker from the motherfuckers. From the Bay. But, okay, so I wanted to get into this dude real quick because he was the interpreter for Cortez whenever he took over Mexico and shit, right? He was the interpreter. And So man, I thought that, you know, the way that his story kind of came up was kind of funny for the simple fact that when we go into this book right here, hold on. Going to this book right here, The Mastering of Mexico, 1916. When we go into this book right here, take it down to 49. So this is when they first so this is when they first encountered them, right? As far as, so like this little story get down is that he had went down. He was part of one of the first people that kind of went down to the Panama area when they would whenever they was trying to get it established. But he was part of the crew that was in the area that couldn't get established, but they ended up going back north. But then once they seen that Balboa that started doing this thing down there, they tried to come back down there and claim it because he was the one that had authority over it, so-called, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, Balboa kicked them niggas out. Them niggas, you know what I'm saying, Balboa wouldn't let them niggas get off the boat or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Basically tripping with them niggas, like, nah, this is us now. So they end up having a little you know what I'm saying, I guess they got caught up in a storm or something and they got shipwrecked onto the Yucatan. You know what I'm saying? So he was over there with the Yucatan for a cool little minute, him and this other dude. But so with this right here, when we go down to we go down. So a soldier with Cortez, you know what I'm saying, whenever they seen him and the Indians, you know what I'm saying, because when Cortez got over there, I heard the Indians speaking Spanish, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So he like, hold on, somebody got to be over here from Spain if they speaking like this, you know what I'm saying? So I guess he put the word out to tell the Indians, hey, if it's a Spaniard over here or something like that, have them, you know what I'm saying, come holler at us. So that's how him and the Indians end up approaching the Spaniards and shit like that. So when they end up approaching, they say, which is the Spaniard? They couldn't make the difference. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Indians from the Black Spaniard. You know what I'm saying? Say that his natural complexion is brown. So I'm like, damn, hold on. You niggas really couldn't tell the difference between basically a Moor and the Indian? Or the Berber and the Indian? Niggas couldn't tell the difference between the African and the Indian? So I'm like, damn, hold on. What's up with her? And as we see, so when we go down to the first Africans in America, and so now we get at Juan Garado. Now, Juan Garado is within the same group as far as the Cortez group that's taken over with the interpreter had been over there for a cool little minute, which is a naturally brown. We know that the Spaniards ain't brown. We know that they're white people. So the naturally brown Spaniard got to be a Moor. Gotta be. So then when we look at when Ron, not Ron, but Juan Garado, just this dude right here, pretty sure y'all done seen the pictures of him. That's forbidden. The picture right there. So this supposed to be Juan Garado. He's supposed to be him in this picture right here. That's supposed to be him. One of the images. I think they got some more images of him. Oh, that's the same one. Hold on. So another thing, how I thought that it was kind of interesting on how they painted him, that particular color. It's her hanging. You know what I'm saying? Hanging down. Now one thing that I wanted to bring up about that, about the color, was, hold on real quick. I can't believe I didn't even put that. Hold on, now that's right. Hold on. Real quick. So one thing, so the reason that I was bringing up this dude Juan was whenever they conquered Mexico or whatever, they had got on the, I guess they was talking to the peoples, and they had brought up the Black Amazons. They was trying to find the Black Amazons. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find it in here. Here we go. So he joined Cortez 1530s. And they're supposed to go to California for the Black Amazons, right? So they're supposed to go to Black, you know what I'm saying, to California for the Black Amazons, shit like that. So I thought that was very interesting for the simple fact that when we go back to these, I guess we can go back to an old drawing like this, and it's like I went to that drawing. Hold on, that's a bit stupid as hell. Just like how I was showing this one drawing of them. Okay, this one right here. How they just really came at them with that color, right? So I really thought that it was, interesting for this type of image. To already be in that area way before the Europeans came over there. Well, I would say the tone. before the Europeans came over there. So, hold on. Let's get through all that goofy ass shit. So when they got them like this, there's already people like that that already been in that area way before. Yeah, do that. I took it off. Okay. So the black Amazons, the black people have already said in one of those books, where they were saying that the blackest people that they done seen was in the California area. Hold on. Let me it's in the California area, and also just like I said, that as far as from the movie, you got the natives as black people because they're supposed to be in America, shipwreck off America, but it's supposed to be so they're showing the east of South America, northeast of South America, but it's really based off the west of South America, which, just like I say, within those old books of the first of the people, I didn't say the first, but some of the first people that was given descriptions of those areas, there was a lot of Negroes, a lot of mulattoes already deep on the west coast. Super deep on the west coast. Yeah, why this motherfucker ain't loading up goofy ass shit, man? All right, damn. Yo, my bad about that. This month, I don't know what the hell going on. That shit just like blanked out. Let me get all my shit set back up. My bad, folks. That shit goofy as hell. God damn. Goofy ass shit. That shit just all the that shit even crazy. What the fuck going on, man? Shit crazy. Yo, my bad about the small delay. My bad about the small delay. My apologies. Producing went out of whack. I don't know what the hell happened. But it's like I say, man, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to start on the West Coast because this was some of the first black people that was in the area. Just like I say, this dude right here was the interpreter. He had been there a while. His natural complexion is brown. They couldn't tell the difference between him and the Indians, which is the Spaniard. Whenever he did come across them and join their little thing. Then you got Juan that's talking about we in search of the black Amazons. Just like I say, last week I came with the I don't say last week, but my last little build. If you go to that last little build about the blacks, about the movies showing the black Americans within the movie before Christopher Columbus, there's gonna be a lot of little sources and books where you can go check out some of the first descriptions of some of the people within that area. So, and it's like I say, I was checking out this movie right here. So when these people came up, you know, and then I'm gonna tell you where I found, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, hold on, it's a difference, but then, you know what I'm saying, 'cause I'm gonna play this one little documentary where they in Papua New Guinea. I'm like, damn, hold on, them niggas, how them niggas have the same word almost in a sense, you know what I'm saying? All right, so what I'm tripping off of is if them white fellas up in their hair like that. Them white fellas up in their hair like that, you know what I'm saying? The white fellas up in their hair like that. And there's a couple other things too, but them white fellas definitely, but it's like I say, I might be reaching. I might be reaching. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they may say, man, some other the Indians was over there doing with the white fellas. I don't know. It's something about these white fellas. So it's the white fellas. So now we finna get into this documentary. Hopefully I don't get no copyrights or nothing like that. It's already on YouTube. But it's called The Sky Above, the Mud Below. I don't know if you already seen this before, but I might have to cut out a couple of little things, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess they would say it would be nudity or whatever. But I thought it was very interesting. I'm finna pull up and roll up. So glad that you showed up to comment, like, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Now, but I'm finna peek this out though, just like I say, you know what I'm saying, the white feathers on their hair like that. I mean, not on their hair, but in they, as far as they get down, I'm like, damn, why would they be descriptive like that? And you know what I'm saying, whenever you hear some about some of the stories as far as the indigenous in America, as far as how they say, oh, they was cannibals, they was doing this, they, you know what I'm saying? Woo. We're gonna see a little bit of that action within this documentary. But it's like I said, it's just gonna be a review of these people. And I'm like, okay. So they put out this movie, Shipwreck on the Island by America, and the people that come is black natives. But they got this is their tar. You know what I'm saying? This is their word. This is they get down. But this is a documentary from '61. Some of the first people going through a place that wasn't even mapped at the time. It wasn't even mapped. I guess they the ones that mapped this spot in New Guinea, where they went from the south to the north. They encountered a whole bunch of little things. It's kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? But just like I say, we fit to check it out.
Midnight. Midnight of the polar summer above the north point of Greenland. This ought to have been the dream of Gérard Delois, who organized this expedition with me, but he obviously prefers the charms of the air hostess to such icy solitude. Well, we shall not have much opportunity to think of such things for a while. Yesterday, Paris. In a few hours, Alaska. Tomorrow, Tokyo. The next day, New Guinea. Not long ago, men exploring the North Pole were fighting in blizzards, exhausted, cold, and forced to eat their sleigh dogs to survive in this Arctic desert, which we now look at from a height of 18,000 feet in the warmth and security of our aeroplane. Now, it is the easiest route to reach New Guinea. Distances have lost their meaning. And this globe has been so explored in every direction that it is hard to imagine that unknown territories still exist. Nevertheless, over there, in the Antipodes, between Indonesia and Australia, there is an island almost twice as large as France. An island where men still live in the Stone Age. An island with vast, unexplored areas, blanks on the map. We are going to try to fill in some of those blanks. The morning mist rises slowly over the islands. The South Pacific, the atolls, the beaches, the coral reefs, the great dream of all the seagoing adventurers through the ages. And it is adventure that we are seeking here. The same secret anxiety lives in all of us. Bord Pages, the movie cameraman, Saulnier, the still photographer, Maigret, the radio operator, Sartre, the head cameraman, Delois, and me. During this, our first glimpse of the unexplored areas. The anxiety that we might not complete the task that we have set ourselves. New Guinea, from east to west, is as far as from Paris to Istanbul. It is divided by a north-south line into two halves, one Australian, the other Dutch. We shall attempt to cross from coast to coast, not far from the dividing line, on the Dutch side. We shall start from the south, from the Sea of Arafura, and our first target is the Central Barrier. There is a large blank there, perhaps the largest left on the earth, and from it flows an unnamed river. The only thing known about it is that it flows into the Eidenberg, one of the largest rivers in New Guinea. From there, we shall head for the north coast, a journey that will mean being, perhaps for months, submerged in almost complete jungle undergrowth, so thick that the sun cannot penetrate it. We shall have to fight our way through swamps, hack our own paths, and somehow get across wide rivers which may be flooded at any time by rain. Once we start, we shall be on our own. No one to call on in case of illness or accident. From the air, we get some idea of the vastness of our enterprise, but soon we shall just be dots on the landscape, like whoever lives in that hut, for there are people in this jungle. We're going to attempt to cross 450 miles as the crow flies, of which 150 are completely uncharted. The odds are so great, we're the only ones who think we have a chance. And I'm determined not only to succeed, but to film the whole story as we go. On September the 3rd, 1770, Captain Cook dropped anchor off the Casuarina coast. The Portuguese who discovered New Guinea called it Ilha de la Mala Gente, the island of the wicked, and the inhabitants of this black, sinister coast fully justified this title when Captain Cook tried to land there, He only saved himself by a hasty retreat from a shower of arrows. Cook's Bay, September 5th, 189 years later, almost to the day. 2 or 3 huts, the district officer, and 10 policemen. They've been there for 8 months, and their eventual task will be to establish control over a vast area in which are thousands of natives without names and without any other means of identification. The Dutch governor has given us a liaison officer and an escort of 6 men. They carry guns, but they are only to be used as a last resort. We are here just as observers, and if they will let us be, as friends. At Pirimapun, a coastal village 1 hour from this base, nothing has changed since Captain Cook's day, perhaps not even since time. In this hut, the men are carving. Don't be misled. They're not peaceful sculptors, and the shields they're carving aren't for decoration. To them, the only thing in life is war. War, terrible and cruel, no holds barred, no one spared, woman, child, old man. The head is always ahead. Headhunters. In the day of the jet, this is remarkable enough, but these are cannibals. Even for New Guinea, this is a bit much.
So yeah, it looked like that they yeah, it looked like that they cut that thing, man. Man. But it's all good though. Uh, it's all good. Hopefully, but that's definitely something y'all can go check out though. That's definitely something. Hold on real quick. Yeah, man, they cut it, man. Hopefully they let me bring it back. It was probably you the one that it was probably you the one that turned me in, man. But you the one that turned me in, man. Tripping, but yeah, they cut that shit, man. But yeah, definitely go peep out whenever you get a chance. Definitely go peep this out. Uh, it's called The Sky Above, the Mud Below. And I wanted to point out this point, cause it's gonna be a point where it come to. I ain't gonna play it, but and I'm gonna say, yeah. When they get to this second, so they gonna be at one part, that they gonna come to another part. Where they come to this part, I said about the 22-minute mark. You know what I'm saying? The 22-minute mark is when they kind of start showing them people with a lot of them feathers. I mean, a lot of them white feathers looking the same way as you know what I'm saying? Looking the same way like that. I'm like, damn, they got them like that, but they was super deep with it. I ain't gonna play it, but damn, I want to just show it though. Hold on. I wonder if I can show it. They're gonna be tripping. So you see all the motherfuckers with the white feathers? The same thing. Motherfuckers with them white feathers. So definitely gonna go check out that. But just like I say, you know, I'm still talking about the West Coast of America. Uh, just like with the last little get down, I was pointing out in those books how they was giving the descriptions, and they were saying there was a lot of Negroes and mulattoes in those areas, and their numbers was just out the roof. Um, but this dude right here was the interpreter for Cortez. They say his natural complexion is naturally brown. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so that's telling me that he got to be a Moor, because ain't no Spaniards unless all the Spaniards is just naturally brown, and they look like Indians in America. And I also wanted to point out this part as far as Juan Garado, one of the first black conquistadors that was in the area. That's talking about they gonna be looking for the black Amazons, the black folks within the area in the California area. Yeah, that West Coast is definitely suspicious. And just like I was listening to, hold on, man, let me see if I can bring that up. Hold on. Because even the Mexicans that's in Mexico say that the black people that they don't even believe the motherfucking story, as far as they don't believe as far as that all the blacks came over here on slave boats. Let me see if I can bring up that shit. Hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. They cut that out, but yeah, though, that's a good little that's a good little documentary to check out, though. But I was just tripping off the fact that because dude was calling them headhunters in the movie, and you know what I'm saying, they just kept bringing up the skulls, and all that old type stuff in the movie, but within the documentary, you know what I'm saying, these dudes just walking around with skulls around their neck, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it's like the same way we do necklaces, you know what I'm saying? That's they get down with the skulls. And then on top of that, they like I say, them white feathers in the hair. I don't know if everybody getting down like that. I don't know if it was some other if they can show some other people that was in America that was getting down like that. But then again, just like I said, when I was checking out the one Negritos, they was talking about the Negritos within those areas, and they were saying how the black people got out to those areas. They was kind of the first ones that kind of really was into the boating and kind of pushing that line and getting out to those islands, going out to Easter Island and all those islands within the Oceania area. And so to me, it just made sense that they just pushed it all the way to America. If that's how they came through. or the niggas was already over here, but it's definitely suspicious. Damn, I wish I could have played that. Damn, I wish I could have played that documentary, man. That's the definitely roll up and pull up to that one, man. Shit, man, I'm just shit. I was really gonna play the documentary, but if anybody want to tap in, we ain't tripping. Got a little time. Damn, I can't never post a link straight from StreamYard. I always gotta do this goofy ass shit. Just to post a link. Crazy. If anybody want to hit the link and chop it up with some of the stuff I've been putting out here recently, definitely hit the link and we can chop it up. Just hated on the Papua New Guinea in America. That movie show, Black Indians in America. I guess you really can't see it too much. Guess I'll have to zoom in next time. I'm getting down with it. Puerto Rico. That's definitely interesting. And just like I say, whenever I can't even do it, I'm thinking I'm on a map. So whenever they did do the movie, they somewhere up in this area about Trinidad in Venezuela. They did the movie. But the story is based off somewhere around here. We was checking out the book from the boat that dropped the man off on the islands. It was giving a good description from California all the way down. There was a lot of Negroes, a lot of mulattoes, tawny, black complexion. Just like I say, what threw me off was like, damn, when I was checking out the documentary, I'm like, damn, them niggas got the same hair dress as the niggas in the movies. Why would the niggas in the movies do that? But I guess they probably could be, I guess they would say they pseudo, that they pseudo directors. They got a pseudo ideology. If any blacks was in America before 1492. I just find that wild as hell from north to south. There wasn't no black people, even though they call it the Ethiopian Sea over there, huh? Even though they found them themselves say they found the niggas. When we go into the Sir Francis Drake, when Sir Francis Drake is within the area, but just 50 to 60 some years right after it. They trying to tell me when Sir Francis Drake is hollering at him, he talk about the Maroons is super deep. You know what I'm saying? They got thousands on deck ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Thousands. They trying to tell me that they was shipping over wild Africans, not the Latinos. They say they shipping over niggas from Spain, and these niggas is turning into wild men when they coming over here and being super deep. When on top of that, it was just caravels. It was just caravels during that time frame, and then on top of that, they was coming seasonal. Every time you hear about anybody coming through, it's gonna be in the fall. It's gonna be late summer, fall. It's gonna be late summer, fall, beginning of the winter. It's gonna be every time. This shit is seasonal. Niggas act like niggas just coming. No. They wasn't just like that. Plus, I don't even know how they can even get past the fact that when Menendez or Mendoza, the viceroy that's coming from Mexico to be a viceroy in Peru, say he's seen 500 leagues of niggas within the same book. They talking about the Panama situation and calling them niggas Guineas. The other book was calling niggas Ethiopians. They just had to put the African term on the niggas that they was finding over here. Niggas saying in 1961, they doing the documentary and they still finding people on Earth. And they trying to tell us that within South America, which I guess the scientists and the archaeologists and all them type people, they would say that it's unexplored, most of it. As far as the interior. I mean, I was checking out something, and 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 they was checking out the Papua New Guinea thing, and people were saying that there was people from South America. So it's a lot of people that think that that's, you know what I'm saying, in South America, uh, it's like that. And I remember this one shit, man. I remember the Discovery Channel a long time ago. Niggas coming up, Channel 32, back in the 90s. The Discovery Channel used to be having some crazy shit. And I don't know if they was in Africa or if they was in South America or they probably was in New Guinea. I don't know. They was somewhere where it was a long time ago, man. I was a little kid. They and they was I guess they was supposed to go raid another village. And you know what I'm saying, the people was calling them cannibals, and everybody was getting ready. They had just like this big ass leaf. Everybody was puffing on like a big ass leaf, big ass blunt, big ass something. Everybody was puffing it. Even the kids was puffing it before they ran up on the other people. But I'm thinking it was South America though. I don't know, I could be tripping. But yeah, man, I thought I was gonna be able to play the documentary, but I wasn't able to play the documentary. They cut it off. So whenever you get a chance, you do get a chance, definitely go check out this documentary right here. The sky above, the mud below. Go check out that documentary, man. And just like I say, I was just checking out the documentary, and you know what I'm saying, I was just checking out the documentary, and when I seen the hair, where I say, damn, this the same kind of hair where they kind of had on, and they also had the little chains, and you know they was kind of, you know, they were saying they was headhunters and was cannibals, and they doing this and they doing this. So I just made the connection, man. Definitely go check it out. Make sure that you're pulled up and rolled up. Get to chill back for a little bit if anybody want to pop up.